Hello everyone, you're welcome to this video. Here we have number 10 question of 2015 waec past question internal exam. So we are asked to, for 10A, without using mathematical tables or calculators, simplify this. Okay, so I'm going to use another board to do this. So I have 2 tan 60, 2 tan 60, yeah, then plus cos 30 plus cos 30. Now divide by sine 60. So I have here sine 60, right? Now these are special angles, and for me to remember the trig ratios of the special angles, I use equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all the angles are 60 degrees. So here is 60, here is 60. Then here is supposed to be divided into two equal parts, making here 30 and making here 30. Okay. Now if the sides are 2, here is 2, here is 2. Here that has been divided will be 1, 1. And if you use Pythagoras theorem, here is going to give you root 3. So I can use this to find this. For example, tan 60. Tan is opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over adjacent. So opposite of 60 is root 3. Adjacent of 60 is 1. You see that? So this is going to give me 2 times root 3. So tan 60 is root 3 plus cos 60. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent of 30 degrees is root 3. Hypotenuse is 2. So that means root 3 over 2 divided by sine 60. Opposite of 60 is root 3. Hypotenuse is 2. So this is also root 3 over 2. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now this is now going to be equal to 2 root 3 plus root 3 over 2 all over root 3 over 2. Now there are many ways I can do this, but one of the things I do is when I have a situation like this, I find the LCM of the denominators, then multiply everything by the LCM of the denominators. So the LCM of this denominator is 2. So I'm going to say here is going to be 2 times 2 root 3 plus the next one will be 2 times root 3 over 2. Then divided by this will now be 2 times root 3 over 2. If we do that, 2 times 2 is going to give us 4. So this is 4 root 3 plus 2. This will cancel this. So I'm left with just root 3. Now divided by this, 2 times this will cancel out. I'm left with just root 3. And so 4 root 3 plus root 3 will give me 5 root 3 divided by root 3. And you see that the answer is equal to 5. Ta-da! Quite easy, right? Quite very easy. Yeah. Another way is coming to my mind we can use to do this. But let me not bug you with that. Okay, so let's see the next question. Now this one says from an aeroplane in the air and a horizontal distance of 1050 meters. Okay, the angle of depression of the top and base of a control tower at an instance at 36 degrees and 41 degrees respectively. Calculate correct to the nearest meter the height of the control tower. Then I the shortest distance between the aeroplane and the base. Okay, well, that means the aeroplane is at a particular height. So we are going to have something like this. And let's say this is the tower. Depression means you're looking down this way. This is the top of the tower. And this is the base of the tower. So depression also. And from this tower, this is the eye level of the aeroplane. Okay, so the reason why we do eye level at every point we do, like here now, we also do a high level like this. You see that? And here also we do high level. That's horizontal ground. This is actually the base of the tower. This is the control tower. This is the base. Depression, this is looking down, gives us this angle of depression. This is looking down to the top, also gives us this angle of depression. The angle of depression are actually this angle here and this bigger angle here. but this angle here is alternate to this, that's why they are equal, and this bigger angle here is alternate to this, that's why they are equal. So the smaller angle based on the question is 36 degrees, and while the other one is 41 degrees. So I'm going to write here is 36 degrees, and here is 41 degrees. And we are given that the horizontal distance, this is the height of the plane to the ground, and the horizontal distance based on the question from an aeroplane in the air and at a horizontal distance of 1050 meters. So horizontal distance means from the plane to where the tower is 1050 meters. I'm writing it here because as a rectangle from here to here is the same thing as from here to here. Okay, so this is the height of the tower. Let me call here h, and the same way I'm going to call here h as a rectangle, this small size h. And as a rectangle, if here is 1050, it means that here is also 1050. Okay, that is quite interesting. Now I suspect that something may be wrong with the question, but let's go. The first question says we should calculate the height of the control tower. The height of the control tower is what we have here, h. Here, and this is exactly what we have here, h. And if you look at this, that this is giving me two different right angles triangle. I have this one here, and I have this one here, this big one here. So let's go. Let me call this remaining side here x. That's this one here. You know, h here is as a result of this h here, right? Yeah. So I call here x. Now I have two right angle triangle. Angle of elevation and depression will always give you rise to a right angle triangle. So we have two right angle. This one here, this is perpendicular. So this is a right angle triangle here. Okay, and this one, this smaller one also is another right angle triangle. So according to SOHCAHTOA, if I take this one now, this 41 degrees here, the opposite is going to be x plus h. Then this one is the adjacent, which is 1050, is equal to tan 41. You see that? So what that means is that x plus h is equal to 1050 tan 41. And that means x plus h is going to give me, so let me use my calculator. 1050 tan 41 would give us what? 1050 tan 41. Okay, I'm getting a value here, but I hope it is correct. 912.75. So I'm going to write here 912.75. So x plus h is 912.75, right? Yeah, I want to confirm if this calculator is correct. I usually use sin 30 to know if a calculator is correct. Yeah, this calculator is correct. So we continue with the smaller right angle triangle, which is this. You can see that the x is the opposite and 1050 is the adjacent. So I'm going to say x over 1050 is equal to tan 36 in this case. So that means x is going to be equal to 1050 tan 36, right? So let me use my calculator. 1050 tan 36. So let's see. Tan 36. So this is giving me 762.87. So I'm going to write here 762. So x is equal to 762.87. Okay, so here we are asked to find the height h. And since x is this, I can find h because I can come here and say 762.87 plus h is equal to 912.75. Wow, life is beautiful. So that means h now is going to be 912.75 minus 762.87. So that would give us, let me use calculator, 912.85 I hope that's correct. 912.75, sorry. then minus the other one is 762.87. So 762.87. So that is 149.88. So I'm going to come here and say this is 149.88 meters. So that is the formula for the height. Now, but let's see if there is a condition. Maybe they say correct to the nearest meter. So come back here. Correct to the nearest meter means make it a whole number. This is going to be 115 as a whole number, 115 meters. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now that leads us to the next question. The shortest distance between the airplane and the base of the tower. Okay, so this is the airplane. Let's go back to the diagram. This is where the airplane is, and this is the base of the tower here. This is the shortest distance here. This one here, I can call it, let's call it M. Now, if you notice, M is hypotenuse, while 1050 is adjacent to 41, because both M, this is the shortest distance from the plane to the base. Okay, so M is hypotenuse, 1050 is adjacent, and so I'm going to say 1050, which is adjacent, over M, which is hypotenuse, is equal to cos 41. So that means M now is going to be equal to 1050 divided by cos 41 if you cross multiply. So permit me to use my calculator. 1050 divided by cos 41. Yeah, so yes, 1391.26. So I'm going to have here 1391.26, which is approximately 1391 to nearest meters. Okay, beautiful. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.